How you doing? Oh, you look very tense. You must have had a rough day. You know, some things can happen during the day that just fill us with so much stress, that just make it feel like the weight of the world is coming down on our shoulders. But it doesn't have to feel that way. You don't have to feel that way. And that's why I'm doing this here today. You know, some people have been saying that perhaps I should do ASMR videos because apparently my voice is rather relaxing, or so some people say. And other people say that my videos are actually quite effective at putting them to sleep. So I thought that if that's true, then maybe I should just go 100% into it. And because of that, I've made a decision to change the direction of this channel. This channel is now going to be 100% ASMR Let's Plays. And I think this is going to be a very positive change. I think people are going to enjoy it. I think you're going to enjoy it. So, like I said, I have noticed that you do seem rather tense today. So, if you don't know what ASMR is, or even if you do, I hope that you have a nice pair of headphones that you can put on. And I hope that you can just sit back and relax and just watch some video games and listen to my voice and feel the tension melt away. Just melt away. So like I said, this is going to be the direction of the channel from now on. I'm canceling all of my usual videos and stream formats. And this is just going to be 100% ASMR from now on. And I thought, what better way of introducing this than redoing some of the LPs that I've already done. The first game that we're going to be redoing ASMR style is none other than the Dreamcast classic, ILLBLEED. You know ILLBLEED. It's a very fun game to watch, very entertaining. So I thought, what better combination than an entertaining game like ILLBLEED and listening to my voice whispering to you, causing you to relax, causing you to feel the tingles that people want when they're watching ASMR videos. They want the tingles. So hopefully I can give you the tingles. So that's what we're gonna do, and let's just start it. Let's get going on this. I'm just gonna lean over. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't mind me. I just gotta lean over right here and close the Dreamcast. Alright, now we're gonna start off the game. Now I've turned the volume down on the game quite a bit, so, you know, it'll be very relaxing. Nothing to startle you. Now, my first LP of ILLBLEED, that was quite some time ago. Back in 2009, I believe. Maybe 2010. That was so long ago right now. And now we're doing it in a completely different style. But it is still the same old ILLBLEED, still the same old favorite, and it is still Michael Reynolds, Virtual Horror Land. Come on, let's start ILLBLEED. You know what the intro story to ILLBLEED is, Ergo Christie. I know I'm just going to talk over this since the purpose of this is ASMR, and while ILLBLEED's a fun game, it's not really going to give you the tingles. And that's what you want, isn't it? So if you remember Ergo Christie's, her backstory is that she grew up in a traveling house of horrors run by her father, who was quite obsessed with frightening people. And he was trying out his various tricks and traps on young Ergo when she was a young girl. Her father was very cruel, and because of this, her mother divorced her father when Ergo was 6. Ergo has not seen her father since. Ergo has gone on to, well, right now she's in high school. I guess she's doing a public speaking test. It's never really quite clear as to what exactly this is. It's some sort of speech competition. If it is some kind of speech competition, you know, I don't know how well Ergo is really doing here. She kind of stutters and stumbles over talking about her horrible childhood. But, I mean, it's a powerful topic. So, maybe it's good to just, you know, get that off her chest. And just tell people about what it was that she had to endure. She also talks about what her major is probably going to be. She thinks she's going to major in child psychology because you can understand how that would be a relevant topic for Eriko. It's something that she probably is very interested in. And now after the competition, we're going to meet Eriko's friends. We're going to meet Kevin.
That was great. I mean, you're the head of the horror research club and
president of the student council.
And Randy.
It's a given. You win this speech contest for sure.
They all love horror. That's what they all have in common. They all love horror movies. That's the thing that brings them together. And of course, there's also Michelle, who also loves horror movies, and is the one who gets them tickets to ILLBLEED to begin with.
What, Michelle? Why didn't you listen to Eriko's speech?
Now, ILLBLEED, of course, is a place that is going to cause our protagonist great stress and hardships. But these aren't hardships that you have to share. They're not hardships that you have to endure. You don't have to endure any of it. You just have to sit back and close your eyes and relax. Because you're not going to ILLBLEED. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. Eriko and her friends are going to ILLBLEED, not because Eriko wants to. She thinks it's a bad idea. But her friends insist on trying to win the big money prize. Eriko thinks it's probably a scam. You can understand why she'd think that, of course. That's very understandable. But her friends insist on giving it a try. Because what's the harm? What could go wrong? Of course, we find out much later on how many hundreds of people die in ILLBLEED every day. So there's a lot that could go wrong. They never really explain how Michael Reynolds gets away with it. And apparently has no problem at all with a reporter doing a story on how many people die in ILLBLEED every day. That's apparently fine.
for real?
Are you positive?
You sure?
So Eriko's friends express their disbelief that Eriko doesn't want to come.
Okay, Your Highness.
And they say that they will return
Slaves shall bring back
with the prize.
$100 million and
But of course they don't return, do they? You already knew that.
I'd use the money for a
They don't return.
and hack my way to
And Eriko is forced to go after them, to go into ILLBLEED herself, to find out what happened to her friends. There they go. They know not what they're running into, and they just so happen to drop Eriko's invitation. It's a good thing for them. Few days pass by. We don't know how many days. It's unimportant, really. It's just a few days, and her friends, Eriko's friends, are nowhere to be seen.
Excuse me.
Eriko walks up to the front gate, wondering where they are.
They had special invites.
But this woodcutter doesn't... He's bad at getting... He has poor communication skills. He would not have done well in the speech competition. So Eriko, not understanding what he's saying, and also not understanding the danger that she's getting into, steps inside, steps through the gates. And she has no way of expecting what's gonna happen next. Are you starting to feel relaxed? Are you starting to calm down? I hope so. I hope you're feeling good as we enter Michael Reynolds' virtual horror land of ILLBLEED. I hope you're forgetting all of the problems of the day. I hope they're just melting away. Because what are your problems in comparison to Eriko's? What are your problems when Eriko is the one who has to enter the home run of death? Also, I don't think I noticed this in the original LP, but, hold on. This theater is powered by the horror surround system, so it's got pretty good sound. Also, there's a special late night horror movies. It says from midnight till dawn, but all of the showtimes are midnight. I'm not sure how that works, but apparently it works some way. Now, come on, let's go into the home run of death. We all remember the story of the home run of death. Gail Banballow opened up a youth hostel. He wanted teenagers far and wide to come round. But when I first did the LP, I didn't know what a youth hostel was, but a number of people told me that it's a common thing, more so in Europe. Like when teenagers and young adults are traveling across the land, that places like this, cheap establishments where they can stay, are fairly common. Not so much in America, not so much, because you don't really travel the land in America, you know? That's not really such a common you don't really do much of a tour of America. Like, you might do a road trip, but in that case you'd probably just be staying in a motor inn. There's really not so much, like, not really youth hostels or anything like that, or at least not that I've seen. I can't speak about Minnesota, which is where the home run of death takes place. Maybe youth hostels are more common there. I can't say. What I can say is that the anger of Gail Banballow knows not death. It cannot be sated. He searches for Jimmy, but he will never find Jimmy. Jimmy's gone, and he cannot accept it. But then again, it just ended up that he was a robot, so he's not real. He's a made-up story. You don't really know that the first time you're playing the game. You're kind of confused about what the context of these missions are. So it's kind of surprising when you get to the end of the level and it turns out that Banballow's a robot and the attendant in the control room is also a robot as well. You don't really expect that, but then you kind of get the idea after that what ILLBLEED is all about. By the way, are you getting any tingles yet? I'm hoping that you're feeling kind of tingly, all up and down your spine. We only have Ergo to pick right now. We have no other characters. We can unlock them as we go on. But now, let's enter Chateau Banballow. Oh, I'm sorry, that was kind of loud. There are a number of traps in ILLBLEED. It's kind of loud when we trip them up, I suppose. Oh, nothing special has been found. But there is something special over here. Something that's very important. Something we need. The Dreamcast is quite loud, too. We found the horror monitor, which means now those traps won't hurt us. Don't worry, they won't hurt us. Just like the problems of the day won't hurt you. They won't hurt you. I'm gonna tag that trap. I'm sorry, that was still kind of loud, wasn't it? And we walk into the chateau. You know, it's a shame. Thinking about it, this is a Dreamcast game, so my controls are in, it's a traditional controller, but if I was playing like a Wii game, I could hold up like the Wiimote and nunchuck on both sides of the microphone, and one side could be like the analog stick, and the other side could be like buttons, and you could like keep hearing them on both sides. That could be interesting, but we're not playing a Wii game, we're playing a Dreamcast game, at least for right now.
Cool.
Again, I'm sorry about that. Even when I defuse the traps, they're still kind of loud. I guess maybe this is not the most relaxing of games, but this is my first ASMR video, and I can learn. Here's where it's telling us about Chateau Banballow. It's opening, and it's a place where the young can gather. Mr. Banballow really wants it to be a utopia for teenagers. And don't forget that it's an excellent leisure facility surrounded by nature as an excellent leisure facility. You know, they've done a very good job of convincing me that this is an excellent leisure facility. I want to participate in leisure at this facility. But I will not, because oh no, fire at Chateau Banballo, claiming the life of owner and son, Jimmy 8 and Banballo 41. The guests were using fireworks. And they said improper use of fireworks, but I mean, if you're using fireworks inside, that's automatically inappropriate, right? There's no way of doing that appropriately, I would think. I don't think there is a way of doing it.
Cool.
But sorry again. So, of course, we begin the game walking, running through the hallways of Chateau Banballo, watching out for traps, watching our senses as we look out for traps that could spring at any time, at any moment. But you don't have to worry about the traps, because you're here with me. We're two good friends, just playing a video game, just having a quiet chat. It's late at night. Two of us are just talking about how the day went for each other. And your problems from the day just melt away. They melt away. But I mean, I guess that is still kind of loud, isn't it? The Dreamcast is also loud. There's no way to make the Dreamcast not loud. That's just impossible. The Dreamcast, it's like the loudest system you'll ever encounter. The disk drive's incredibly loud. It's like even when the Dreamcast was a new system, that was like the thing people would say about it. Like, how is it possible that this is so loud? Why is that? Like, why does it sound like a buzzsaw when it's loading data from the disk? And, you know, I think that we still don't know why. We still don't know. Now that guy right there, he could use some ASMR. He could use some relaxation. He could use some tingles. He is just, that guy looks completely stressed out. But Erico's not stressed out, and neither are you. I hope you're not. Not anymore. You look a lot better than you did when you came in tonight. You look a lot more relaxed. And of course, this is where we get Erico's weapon for the level. We don't want to run by here. No, we don't. Otherwise, we'd be defenseless. We pick up the home run bat. The beloved bat of Jimmy. It turns out that the bat is possessed by a spirit. I don't know if that's supposed to be the spirit of Banballo, but Banballo is still alive, so what sense would it make for his spirit to be possessing a bat? But then Banballo doesn't exist anyway, he's just a robot, so it doesn't actually matter. And as we get the bat, I do believe that we're approaching a save point. Yes we are. Yes we are. And I think that's enough for right now. I think we're going to save right here. And I think that we're going to say goodbye for right now. I hope you're feeling a lot better than you did when you came in. We've saved. And I'll be seeing you again. Because like I said, this is all I'm going to be doing now. 100% of the videos that I'll be doing will be these ASMR videos. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you find it relaxing. I hope you come by again real soon. And we'll play a bit more of ILLBLEED together as we relax and forget the troubles of the day. I'll see you then.